Yeah, but I'll just change the batteries on these things. But like, or actually, maybe what might make more sense. It's such a.
My feet are fucking frozen.
Yeah. So there's around there, and so we can. I'll put this on and I'll plug in the sound, so at least we can chat while I'm changing the battery, so it doesn't feel like it's we're missing out.
We'll end up more technical with their kill microphones as well.
These. So I have slowly worked through all the Rode, and these are the best.
Yeah.
Get these. Like, do you ever, like, when you're buying equipment, you're like, I'll buy the cheap one, and then after all, you're like, oh fuck, I should have just. So this is okay. So look here, I'll change the batteries. We can chat about this because this one's rolling.
Cool, man.
But these ones, Rode Wireless Pro, and as well, like, because the episodes I recorded in Edinburgh, like, what's beautiful about this, plug in, click on, and go, and they also record separately.
So we've got like the 32-bit float inside it.
Yeah. But what happens is, because I thought that'd be great, but you know what? If I try and separate it, because we're in such close proximity, you get that slight echo sound.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the best one is actually where where the audio is baked in. But I have it as a backup of like, God forbid something happens here, we have a backup. But
but I safe and sorry show. I learned my lesson with Hereditary, lad. That fucked up my own show with not having a backup camera, like.
Hereditary.
Yeah, my show, Hereditary. That's what it's called.
That's the way it's sorry. Sorry, I feel like I'm fucking so dumb. Sorry.
No, you're
I didn't know, but okay, it was called Hereditary.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I don't think I actually.
Never heard of it.
That's a show you do?
You do shows?
Yeah.
Who are you again? I'm the strange man. I'm the strange man who brings you out to the sea.
Your name is Paddy, right? No, like it's weird because I just I am a fan of your comedy. I did not know the name of your show, but I kind of like that because then I'm like, no fucking way. I also did not know you were in the fucking army. But unless, did you say that in the set?
No, I didn't. It's in the show. It's not. It wasn't when you saw it.
Because I haven't seen. Oh, yeah. Is this in the right fucking way? No, it's not. Fuck, which way is that going?
I'm just so intrigued by these cameras, man. I'm like, oh, Black Friday sales and all that. Wait, Black Friday's over, is it?
Black Friday's over. Oh, I think. To tell you what, for this one, So
nice.
So that one's recording. So this one is the used battery. Shit. So let's put. Oh, he'll be the conundrum. Figuring out.
Which is which?
Yeah. Which one is it? I fucking. This one should be fine. But yeah, then you also need like backup. You need backup fucking. You need backup batteries for everything and.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, dude. No. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, that'll actually work out. Okay, and let's just. It's rolling. We can take it off now. So like yes,
back up everything.
Back up everything. Like yesterday's. It's such like yourself. Like I have tons of ideas, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I genuinely believe. I have like belief in every idea.
Yeah.
Like I think. Like there's a friend of mine, I told him this thing. He's like, why don't you just fucking go all in on this thing? This thing sounds like a fucking great idea. He's like, just make that your thing.
Yeah.
And Jesus. They're actually fine. It's just like the feeling of it. Yeah. But it's like, you know, it's weird because I wonder, will there come a moment where it will be like, so that's rolling as well, which is good.
Nice.
Will there come a moment of like, you know what? Maybe I fucking should. Maybe it should just be.
Yeah, but I think you're doing it the smart way as well. Not that I know fuck all about fuck all, but like step by step. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than being right, throw the fucking kitchen sink at this now. Like you're learning as you're growing. Like slow and steady. Like there's nothing in this life that comes fucking quick and easy that's really worth it, is there?
Even though I would agree, and I think the Instagram lady, when I was chatting to her, she was saying as well, she's like, yeah, but some people But it depends what you're like. Garon Noon went from, but then I'm sure all those people were still uploading for ages before they hit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, and I guess there's a part of me probably believes that it's like maybe it's a slow build and then it's an explosion type of thing.
I don't know. I think I could be wrong in saying this, but what like the influencers are doing, it's different as well. You know what I mean? It's a short form media. Like you're picking up your phone, you're doing your bits into it and stuff. I'm not saying it's not hard or anything, but it's just a very different thing between like all this setup, collabing with other artists, getting the time for doing. Look at all these fucking cyclists. Getting all this together and setting it up, and then like going through it. Then you've got to edit the whole thing. Like it's not like you're editing a 30-second clip, man. You know what I mean? Like you've got to polish this, put it out. I just think there's a whole lot more work involved in that sense. But I could be wrong as well. Yeah, I don't think you're not an influencer. I think that's a compliment, to be honest.
Oh, well, thank you very much. No, genuinely. I'm actually like, oh, thank you.
Like, that's all.
No, genuinely, I totally hear you.
There's some people that say this, like, I'm not. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. There's no, but I know, I know what you mean. But it's
You're
weird.
better than that.
But it is like an art form unto itself, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but it's its own thing. So
it's its own thing. Like
like the Instagram lady, she's definitely making sense in the sense like just pump out the content and stuff and all that. But like this is more. That's another thing. Like I just think these things are very separate. It's like quality over quantity, man. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I do? It's weird. I think you're right because I think, but it's maybe it's a balancing act of the two.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I don't know, but then also because everything is changing as well. Like I think people are getting a little sick maybe of social media.
Yeah.
There's like,
I think so. Yeah.
like-
I'm fucking sick of it. Like, who's not? And I'm one of the scourges that's posting on it as well. Like, do you know what I mean? So that, and I'm a hypocrite. But I think.
Okay, so that's all the cameras rolling. So we're fine for, but yeah, but like let's say it's a compliment to Garen. Actually, I'm a fan of Garen Noon. I'd love to have him on this show. Yeah. But it is.
He's a national treasure at this stage. Next president, maybe. Who fucking knows? Like.
But I think like. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. Yeah, it's like I feel like you have to become both a stand-up and an influencer to make it as a stand-up.
Yeah, a level of trying to balance it. Because it definitely helps, like sadly, and you know yourself, man, like some clubs, and it's worldwide, and I understand now why, but they will look at your Instagram following first and foremost before they look at anything else. Like, you could be the fucking greatest comedian ever, but if you don't have a following, they're like, we just don't book.
And do you know what's interesting about some followings as well? Because this is what this lady's saying to me, and I think she's right. Like,
tissue time.
Oh yeah, get it out now. Oh my God.
That cold water cleared us out.
It did clear us out a little, didn't it? She's like, there's a difference between recording. Yeah, recording. That's flashing. There's a difference between having a following and having a community who come to see you.
Oh, I like that.
And she's not wrong, because like I have 32,000 followers. No, that's not a crazy amount, but
I think that's a crazy amount, to be honest with you. Like,
thank you so much.
I do.
I don't know if that was I'm like, thank you so much. I wasn't really complimenting you there, but
no, it was a compliment. It was.
But like, but it's weird how then, or maybe I'm just being ungrateful for it as possible. You know what I mean? As in, like, to me, once you have it, you're like, is that big? Yeah. But then, like, do you know what it is? Everyone wants the next step, right? Yeah. So I see, when I have 32, because I have it, I'm like, that's nothing.
Yeah, you're always comparing the fucking
always comparing. But also maybe there's a part of me as well, like, of those 32, I always get a few people at the show, but in my head, I'm like, wow, 32,000. Maybe I should be getting 10 people per show. I don't know what I'm actually expecting.
Yeah. It's hard to know, man, especially like selling tickets or trying to do your own show and stuff. Like, what if there is a transfer between like followers and people that buy tickets? Like, there are people that bought tickets to my show, man, that don't follow me. Like, do you know what I mean? That's another thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because man, not
like,
everybody uses social media, like in that sense, you know.
Because then you're like, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
Do you know what's only? But I guess no. But part of me wonders, like, if you hit 100,000 followers, would there be enough that percentage to come and see you, or would you? But then the real thing is what they say in marketing, or what someone said is, you would be better off having 1,000 followers, but those 1,000 people love you and will come see you every time.
They actually like what you're like. Performing on stage and stuff. And
when I heard that before, they're like, you only need 1,000 people. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I feel like I'm just talking about my own journey. But I
want to hear about it.
The conundrum that I'm experiencing a little bit, or at least I feel like I'm experiencing it, and I'm trying to slowly correct it on my social media, is that, like, so I did a video a day, and that's how I gained my followers.
Nice.
Some of my followers, and like, I liked doing the video a day, I really enjoyed it, but I feel like, because I'm trying to use my social media for comedy to promote myself, really, the conundrum was that I feel like my social media profile doesn't necessarily give a good instinct to my stand-up sensibility.
Yeah.
And do you want to just say
testing. 1 2 1 2.
Just keep talking.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Okay,
One,
we'll
two,
keep you
three,
there,
4.
and I'll put me down here maybe.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because the first time I came across you, we had met after Edinburgh.
Yeah.
In your club downstairs in the Black Sheep.
Yes.
At the time, this was the first time we met, but I'd come across you because I was in Edinburgh for a couple of days beforehand. I think you were doing the video a day thing, and that's where I came across you. Were doing Best Man at the time.
Yeah.
So that's the first time I came across you, and then funny enough, we actually met then just after Edinburgh.
And so, did you notice a difference of, like, oh, he's kind of different on stage, or did you think it all matched up?
No, I just think, do you know what, kind of what I was looking at, because obviously I was over there doing comedy and stuff, came across you, and then saw, he's doing a show in Edinburgh, like Best Man and stuff. So maybe that's just what I was looking at. Like, whereas if people who say weren't at Edinburgh or weren't following you for comedy were like, oh, he's doing a video a day, this is his thing. Does that make sense? Whereas this is a showman and he's doing a video a day while he's over here at Edinburgh, like talking, like giving a different side of the fucking experience, I suppose. That's what I took from. But again, I think it depends where people are looking from.
Where they're looking from, or even what part they come in at as well.
Yeah.
Because if Best Man was on, then the video day is complimenting it. But if you only come in via online, that's But anyway, look, it's a conundrum to solve, but it's a better problem to have than not have, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Anyway, fuck it, I feel like we're doing too much talking about me.
Not at all, lad. I want to learn about you as well. You know? We're friends now, we've bonded in the cold water, I can never go back.
Yeah, no, that was good, I feel good, the body feels good.
Yeah. We screamed so much just so everybody knows. We spent maybe 60 seconds in there. We're not hard men here, we don't need to big it up, we're honest.
No, I was,
we're honest.
I had to run out and run, I just kept screaming.
It was a war scream though, like, we were like, whoa, you know. It helped. It fucking helped.
This is my missus's local Dunnes Stores.
Man, I love Dunnes Stores. They are getting more expensive now, the yours, but it is.
It's Aldi. Is it Aldi or Lidl? It's Lidl, Ternier, Aldi. It's Lidl, I think. Lidl is my. I like. It's cheap. You can fucking feed yourself for Yeah,
the middle oil. Losing your life down there. I love the bread out of Dunnes, man. They do like this crusty cob or something it's called. It's like the round fucking.
Oh, do they?
Oh,
Lidl has that too. They got like they've like freshly baked breads.
I'm easily swayed. I'm gonna go to Lidl now.
You should
Dunnes
try
can
them.
get fucked.
Fuck.
But I was going to say, yes, you were over in the Barcelona Fringe, is what I wanted to ask you.
Oh, yeah.
I thought about this when we were in the sea screaming. How was the Barcelona Fringe?
It was...
see, I'd never even heard about it until I seen that you posted it. And I was like, oh, how the fuck do you get on that? I was like, I didn't know that the Fringe that they had like a Barcelona Fringe. Like, this looks fucking class.
They do. Definitely go, do not do more than 2 shows.
More than what? Really?
Don't do more than 2 shows of your own show.
Yeah.
Or go and just jump on and do spots.
Okay.
Because Barcelona's fantastic comedy scene. It's a very warm and welcoming comedy, and in fact, I probably prefer it more than the Irish comedy scene. It's just so warm and welcoming.
Nice.
Like, I'm a nicer person when I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, I go there.
You feel like a barber.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, how are you? Well, you know, I don't know if that's. It could just be a cultural thing of.
Yeah.
Things are very open.
And also in a new place as well. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know.
And so they have a fringe, whereas around October, I guess it was. Yeah, around October time, but they don't have. It's not like the Edinburgh Fringe where people are flying in all over the world and they're gonna come and check out shows. It has only been up and running 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Now, obviously, I presume they're hoping that they can keep growing and growing.
God bless you.
Excuse me. Keep growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
But I think what's happening is maybe the audience that they usually have for comedy nights, let's say just on a regular time outside the Fringe, is pretty much the same audience they have for the Fringe.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe bar plus an extra couple of people, but it's not. Yeah.
Like Edinburgh level where it's like the fucking comedy fans from all around the world are coming to one place. Yeah, so I get you.
Yeah, but I think like it's a beautiful city, so in my head I'm like, I think over time if they stick with it, I presume that this will just begin to grow and grow and grow. So, but I think I would definitely have you performed in Barcelona?
No. I'd love to go over, and especially after seeing that Fringe. But yeah,
it is
2 shows you recommend doing 2 year round. Obviously, trying to turn over an audience that's like their regulars.
I think, look, if you're going next year, I'd be like, maybe just go for 1 show and but go for like 4 or 5 days and be like, all right, I'm going to do as many fucking spots as I can and my own show. And then the following year go twice. Like, maybe just build it up that way. Like I did 3 shows. And like I don't have an audience in Barcelona. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's how you make it, man. That's how you make it. You gotta go there. Like no one's just gonna hand it to you. Well, from what I think and what I've seen and my very little experience, no one's just gonna hand it to you. You have to go and fucking and try, like, you know, and be willing to fail as well.
Exactly. Like. And I did, but it's weird. I have this bit that I love. Like, it's so nice. Like let's say if you say I have 50 minutes of material, I would say of those 50 minutes, I think 25 are quite good. And of those 25, I think there's about 18 that I quite love. Right?
But you're the fucking artist, man. You're gonna be hard on yourself for the artist. You know? Everybody says that, man. Talk to anybody, they're like, I hate all of this. I hate me. And the only one bit that I actually like, everyone else hates.
Yeah. But I did this bit, and it's essentially a rape joke.
Oh my
right?
God.
Essentially, at its core,
at its heart, this is what it
beating
is.
center.
Lovely.
Is or I'll drive on.
Maybe, sorry, I didn't even say that.
Yeah.
Like, you do your thing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I don't know if I can. Fuck it. Maybe I could just share with you, and I'll just cut out the punchline.
Okay, right.
Okay. Sure. So, and I definitely won't be clipping any of this, but maybe it'll be buried in the episode for someone who's interested, because this is going to be in my hour.
Okay.
So,
well, if you don't want to, again, it's yours. So if you want to spoil it, you spoil it.
I'm trying to think if I can, because I feel like the context makes it hilarious.
Okay.
Let me see. So, maybe I should just tell you, and I'll just cut it out, and the audience will just figure it out later. So I'll just tell you. So it's a riff on the Shakespeare, the lady that protests too much, methinks.
Yes. Yeah.
So initially, how I get into it is I say, like, I went on this date and I picked her up and I dropped her home.
Right.
And then I say to the audience, I'm like, I don't know why I'm telling you that second part, that I dropped her home. It's like, that's nothing to do with the story. But like, it almost sounds suspicious. You know, and then there's getting giggles like, she's alive and well. I mean, I presume, I don't actually know. Like, and I'm just kind of riffing on that. And then I say, like, when I've talked about that for maybe just 10 or 15 seconds, but enough that they're like, okay, I'll be like, the lady that protests too much, methinks. you know that phrase from Shakespeare? And I said, lady that protects me much. I goes, me in this moment, and her when I was killing her. And I was like, she's like, no, stop. And I'm God, the lady that protests too much. He thinks, and I was like, there's got to be some rapist in some interview with the police where the police are like, did she protest? And the rapist is like, too much.
Too much. So
if she protested less, I would have stopped.
Oh my God. And how does the audience feel about that?
So I did that. There's a gig called Major League Bombs in Barcelona.
Setting everybody up with that name.
And it's a really fun show ran by Aidan. He's a Northern Irish comic. Fantastic show. I did that, but there's mostly comics at it when I did it at the Fringe. And the comics loved it.
Oh yeah.
The comics were like, that's so good.
Yeah.
Then I did it. I was like, and when you have that, you're like, I'm the king of the world.
I'm king of the castle, man.
And then I went and I did it on my own.
Because the comics like that's well written, and he's
love how you're
pulling the rug a little bit here, and there's a lead up to it. Whereas if someone, and again, I'm not saying, man, people
we'll just go straight on.
Someone in the audience might zone in and out, and then they're like,
what did he say?
What did he do to that woman? Like, it's like walking in the show at the worst times. Like you missed all the context and the build up.
And I'm just being playful. I'm not. You know what I mean? They're like, is that what you think? You're like, no, it's just what I think about that.
It's like, have you not been paying attention to the last 15 minutes? You're just going to hone in on this last little word I said, which is actually not the thing. But comedy.
Comedy. But so at the show, one of the shows, I just couldn't. So it was the first show and the third show. They were very warm and welcoming shows, and I chatted to the audience, and I settled them, and I thought I think they went reasonably well. I was like, yeah, that was fine. The time flew.
Nice.
Like it went so quick that it felt like it went quick. No, I went, because as well, it wasn't that packed.
Yeah.
So the material, I went through, I feel like what felt like 40 minutes of material I went through in 30.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like, okay.
Oh, I feel you. Same in Edinburgh, man. It's fucking.
That's why when you said you did it like an hour 20, right?
Yeah, that was the debut show. That was the day. So you've like people are coming. Now, obviously, the show was great, man. The lead up to it, an absolute fucking nightmare, man. I'm stressing because you're trying to sell. You're not doing the business side of it. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to sell tickets, and obviously the Ballymun Access Theatre are amazing. But I also need, in my head, I'm like, I need to sell enough so that they're making their overheads happier, so they're not going to hand me back.
Did you have a number in mind?
At the time, no, because my kind of thing is I'm like, look, if two people, and I think that's kind of instilled from the Fringe, man, because it's like it's just mental there. Like some days we performing in rooms in front of one person, do you know what I mean? And I was like, look, if there's two, and that's harder than a big room, I was like, if 2 people come or 200 come, I was like, they'll get the same performance. I'm going to give it everything, do you know what I mean? That's my take on it. And then you're doing this deal with the extra, like sitting down doing the business, and they're like, yeah, we hope to sell this amount, and I'm like, oh fuck, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was great. Everyone was happy. Like, but the lead up to it, man, the pressure of that, and then like the day of the show, I wake up and I'm like instantly want to vomit. I'm like, oh no, like the nerves just kick in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you start to spiral, man. So I was like, do you know what? I'll go to the gym. I'll clear my head. Crash my car into the pathway. Picked me up at the cafe before the gym's like, fuck's sake, get into the gym. Dropped the plate. Me fucking toe exploded, man. So I was like bleeding into me shoe and everything, limping around for the day. Then I got home and I sat down. And I was like, I just need to surrender to this. I was like, I seem to be like fighting this and causing my own dismay. I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and do what I want to do. I was like, and I'll just rock around. We'll do the show. And we'll take it from there. But I was nervous wreck beforehand, but then I just got up there, nothing to prove, in a sense, like I want to enjoy this show and I want everyone else to enjoy it, and they can only enjoy it if I'm not a fucking wreck.
If you're enjoying it yourself as well. Yeah.
So I just tried to, and it's really fucking hard, but again, Edinburgh having to do that every day gets you kind of, I feel like it's like a boot camp for comedy, man. It gets you trained up in the sense of like, not stressing or shitting yourself the whole time. So just took a breath, a couple of breaths, and did the show, and it was great, But
and what way? I feel like I have so many questions. Wait, so but maybe I keep going back to the same thing. But you had an hour and 20 minutes of material.
Yeah. There's like, I'm not a crowd work comedian and I don't really do it, but some of my bits, I have crowd work in play with them. So it's like, I can, without giving any of it away, it's like, it's open to audience participation without me forcing it. Like, I'm not standing there. And again, I've nothing against it. I'm just not a crowd work comedian. It all leads into the bit. Like, I'll ask a question, and if someone says something, it's like improv, like we can kind of play on it, but this will all lead to the same bit anyway.
Have you seen Best Man?
Best Man? I didn't get to see it.
Only what you're saying, Best Man it was theatre.
Yeah.
But if you saw it a lot, you'd be like, oh, this feels like stand-up and improv and theatre all mixed into one. Because there's a guy giving a Best Man speech at his wedding. But when we talk to the audience, to the father of the bride, I'm like, I had asked him questions. It doesn't matter what he says. I have an answer ready to go that's going to lead us in the same direction. So it sounds kind of similar.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's like, sometimes people want to play along and some people don't. But I've actually ended up, which is funny from all this, and that's what I love about comedy, like it can veer into everything, theatre and other things. Like, it doesn't have to be funny what they say. I've found in Edinburgh and at the show, sometimes you end up getting some nice intimate moments. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not up there, and again, everyone has their own stuff. I'm not up there being like, oh, what do you work as? That shit. Like, that's not my thing. Like, we've had nice somber moments where the room, then everyone starts to feel like they know each other a little bit better and a little bit more. It doesn't always have to be funny, but it will always lead back into the joke that I've set up.
I wish I saw, and how I guess I can't get over it, because for me, I'm trying to build an hour in my head, because I'm trying to build an hour that I can record and release.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but in my head, for my first special, if it was 30 minutes, I'll be happy. But I
think time, this is just what I think, man. I was like, the only people who cared about the time is the comedians, man. Like, I've never gone to a show as an audience member, or even had an audience member saying, well, he was going to do an hour and he only did 56 minutes. Like, no one, as it just once it's good, do you know what I mean? Like, I only went on for an hour and 20 minutes because we were enjoying it, do you know what I mean? Like, if I was sweating it up there, I was like, once this hits an hour, like, we're pulling the fucking plug.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Okay, sorry, I'm with you now. Sorry, because I've done shows in Edinburgh where I'm like, 35 minutes and we're done.
Oh yeah.
And I've done other shows, I'm like, God, we're 50 minutes, guys. I got another 10 or 15. Yeah, okay.
And that's the beauty of comedy. It's like, it's not just you up there, it's also the audience together. Yeah. If we're all enjoying it, it will go on. Like, the goal.
Because the laughter kills some time. And
and it's like,
if there's no laughter, you're like, all right. I guess this isn't a comedy show.
But I also had,
I said that once. I said that once in the Barcelona Fringe. I said, like, I did like this thing, and like, to me, because I don't like to, even though I do sometimes do it, but I love, like, to me, Louis C.K., where you don't know what's a punchline other than you're listening to him, so you know it's a punchline. Like, I kind of don't like the comedy. I'm like, you're even though I think that works, I'm like, I think that actually works better than disguising the punchlines, but I don't like it. So I remember in the Barcelona Fringe, we all turning, all right, okay, we're all turning right. I thought they were going left.
That's a shit junction.
And I said something, but it's a disguised punchline. There was silence, and I think I just said to him, I guess this isn't a comedy show. Because without the laughter, it sounded like sad and depressing, and I'm like, oh, I guess that was just a statement about myself. You're like,
there was days of that Fringe Colman, I was like, I'm gonna fuck myself in the river now. This is, I was like, genuinely, I was like, I'm just gonna delete social media, and no one will ever know I ever did comedy, you know? I went like, great shows, okay shows, terrible shows, like, man, I had a show there, like, worst show I've ever done, man, and I was like, it was in the middle of the Fringe, so I was like, I know this is what happens, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm gonna give it everything regardless. Yeah. That's a nice learning curve on it, do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you might expect too much of them, but lad, I'm talking, I threw the kitchen sink at them, it was silence for an hour. Silence for an hour, and it was the most amount of people I'd ever gotten in the room.
No!
I was like, this is the one, right? So I was trying to figure out, without doing like strict crowd work, so apart in the bit I'm playing, I'm trying to figure out who these people are. Maybe there's something that they're not picking up right, and most of them were British. And the one I ended up getting, without giving too much of the bit, the lady, man, like, big far right supporters, love Trump, all that, lad, like, I'm a fucking hippy dippy, love everybody, like, these people are like fucking, you know, like, death to the immigrants, we hate the gays, and I'm like, well, then you're gonna fucking hate me, like, you know. So when I found that out, I was like, I know, because the rest of the material we're getting into, you are going to hate All of it. But I had a choice there. It was either do the show the way it is, or know that what is coming up next, these people are going to hate me. And so I had to double down, man. And this woman, front row, just stared at the floor, lad. Just stared. But it's just, man, inside I'm dying, but just keeping face and doing the show as it is. And when they were walking out, man, someone, you know, give the donation bucket at the Fringe, if anyone doesn't know, someone dropped a penny in the bucket. You know, that insult of being like at the bar, like giving someone a penny to put a penny in the bucket.
It's more insulting than not leaving anything.
Yeah, than not leaving anything.
Because by not leaving anything, you can almost claim, it's almost like, here's what I think you're worth.
Yeah, that was it.
Such an
and
insult.
after that day, it was like, fuck me. But then the next show was one of the best shows I had at the Fringe, man.
Jesus.
And I was like, what is going on? What's this red light, lads?
Oh, Jesus, sorry. Good man, Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Watch out for the red light there, Colman.
Good. But then, good, man. But yeah, that next day, man, one of the best shows I had. And it's like, yeah, people just, some people love you, some people hate you. I was like, and at that moment, I kind of realised, you know what, you can't be taking, I know what I'm doing, like I'm not doing a character, so it is all personal, but you can't always take this all so personally, man. Some people are going to like what you're doing, some people aren't.
Do you know, after that second gig, I was chatting on social media, because I was chatting to the lady on it. She was like, you know, you should, what did she say? Like megaphone the positive and just silence the negative.
Oh yeah.
Is there something like, you know?
Does she mean when you're talking on social media or just in general? Yeah.
Talking on stories. She's like, because I'm in my head, I'm like, if your stories, I'm like, okay, here's what's happening today.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but you can still curate it. Because I think she saw that. She's like,
I cried today.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, you know, people want an escape. They don't want to fucking hear like, hey, that show went terribly. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm a comedian anymore.
I know. But maybe, I don't know, is it because I...
As in like only on stories, sorry. In this, it's all legitimate because it's the nature of this particular
but even the stories, man, like people that like I follow and even watch, and obviously I watch you, I enjoy the honesty of it as well. But I don't know if it's because of the type of person I am, or if it's because I'm doing this also. But I hate when people are like, oh, I sold out a show every day. I'm like, I don't know, the classic, like, sold out every single one of my shows. I'm like, yeah, but you only did 4 of them and you pulled 16 of them. Like, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest.
But I admire those people because then I know in 3 months' time, when people are like, I sold out every one of my shows, everyone forgets the second half of that detail. And I was like, yeah, well, they did. And then another years later, like, yeah, no, they actually did sell out. Like, you know what I mean? So it's actually great marketing because it's like, it's not a lie.
No, that is true.
It's not a lie. It's like that's ultimately.
But it's a dirty, sleazy move, and I won't stand for it.
So I don't know. I think but and then so you did an hour 20, and what is your plan now? Are you, but like, because you said you wanted to record it for yourself, but are you going to try and do a tour? Like, what's your...
So the next plan is hopefully do 2 Fringes next year, and ideally
2 Fringes.
2 Fringes. So the Edinburgh and the Brighton Fringe. Hopefully do a couple of days over there. Maybe take it to Barcelona after we're chatting. Maybe I'll shoot you a message later on and try to pick your brain.
Yeah, no, do. And like the guys running the Barcelona Fringe are absolutely lovely. Well,
that's what I'm all hoping. Obviously, need to get it in. Don't count chickens for the hatch. I also have to fucking finance it myself because.
What do you do to pay for your living? Pay for your life?
So I'm working as an engineer now. We won't name the company because you know yourself.
Yeah. But, what kind of engineer?
I studied electronic engineering.
Oh fuck!
I'm an engineer.
Holy fuck!
Lad,
Dude, you brains to burn.
Bro, I couldn't wire a fucking plug, right? If anything that university should teach people, it's like you can fake it till you make it. You get a piece of paper, and I'm not downplaying this. Like I genuinely couldn't change a fucking light bulb, lad.
Yeah, but electronic engine. But here.
Yeah, but it's like everything, man. You go into these jobs, like it's just. Man, like education's just fucking inflated in that sense, and there's probably some academic system just saying fuck this guy, but it kind of is like you get this piece of paper to get in and do the job, but you learn the job while you're there. Everything I learned in college, don't get me wrong, you obviously need your basic principles like maths and like the basics of fucking like some coding and stuff, but even the coding we learned in there, like a C++, we don't use that anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, but
I think it just shows people that you had the discipline to go to this place you hate, and I hated it every day for 3 years, and do shitty assignments and use Excel.
You were able to stick with something and see it to the end.
Yeah. then.
Yeah.
That was it. And look, I did that to just to get out of the army as well. It's just one of that, you were talking about like quarter life crisis, man.
So we skipped. So wait, you got into the army?
Yeah, I went in when I was 20. Left at 29, just about 9 years.
So you were 9 years in the army?
9 years there, yeah.
So but how did you got out because you went to college through the army? What kind of, were you a cadet or a private or what?
I was not a cadet. I went in general enlistment, so we've like the stupid hierarchy system we still kept from the Brits. So like you've cadets and then you've like general enlistment. So.
Cadets are like if you want to rise up.
Cadets are like, they're officers basically, so it is
why not go in as a cadet?
To be honest, I wouldn't have got it. Do you know what I mean? I hadn't got a third level education. Like there is requirements to get in there, and at the time, even more honesty, I just didn't know the difference, lads. Do you know what I mean? Like hindsight's 2020. After being in the army and seeing the way things are, I'm like, obviously you'd want to go the officer route. There's way more pay, benefits, all this stuff. But at the time, I thought like, just joining the army is just joining the fucking army. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of guys like me. Like you come from like a working class background, and let's be honest, man, no one joins the army because things are going fucking well for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Have you said that on stage?
No. I should. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the fucking truth. So it was just to get in there, and that's what general enlistment is, man, you know?
Yeah. Not
in the entirely, but a lot of young, troubled people go there and try to get your life together, you know?
And so you joined the army. Did you enjoy it?
Ups and downs, man. Ups and downs. Look, I went in general enlistment, and I loved all the guys that I worked with. I've been in like 4 different units, man. Made some class friends. Like, you meet just amazing fucking people in there, great soldiers and stuff. But then there was other side of jobs that I didn't like this hierarchy, the split between officer and general enlistment. And it could be because I maybe have a problem with authority, and then I just don't like the way it's ran in a sense as well. You know what I mean? So after I've been there 2 years, I was like, I'm out of here. Right? I was like,
so 2 years, you're like, I'm done.
I'm out of here. And then I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? No, like.
But 22. So you were 22.
I was 22, and I was like, I'm gonna leave. Right? I didn't leave.
Oh, but
I was
you
like,
made up your mind.
I was like, I'm gonna try leave. I was like, look, if I leave now, I'll have to go back working in retail, and I won't get my old job back because they got rid of that when I left. It was just a bit of a spoof job, but it was good.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to get some like formal education or something. That's what everyone's doing now. I should go to college, you know. So I started like looking at going to college myself. I was like, oh, this is pricey, you know. And then I found out you could get like a scholarship with the army. Do you know what I mean? Jump through all these hoops, do all these tests, and you could do a course with them, and then kind of get into a specialised unit. And then I started doing that, and I was like, I actually like this.
God, you really worked at your advantage, though. That's great.
Yeah, oh yeah. But look, it's a deal with the devil as well, lad. Nothing in this life is free. Do you know what I mean? So I was like,
What? How so?
Because you got to pay to leave, man. They want that money back, brother.
Okay, so what age were you when you started college?
I would have been 25, I think, 25, 26.
So 22, you were like, I want to leave this thing.
Yeah.
But you were kind of stuck in it for another 2 or 3 years before you started college. Then you started college 25, finished college around 28.
Yeah.
But you're in the army this whole time.
Yeah. And you're still working and doing your other like barrack duties and stuff like that.
And so when did you inform the army I want to leave?
Once I finished the degree, I'd say I was in the unit for under a year.
We go. If we're going back to your place, which way we go?
Oh, we'd go left if we're going.
All right, okay.
I informed.
We're like 10 or 15 minutes?
Oh, we're like 5 minutes away.
Oh,
but
fuck.
Do you know what? If you go up this road, just go straight.
Yeah.
And we'll go through Whitehall and come back up.
All right, okay, cool.
But yeah, informed them that I wanted to leave, we'll say, less than a year there. Do you know what I mean? Less than a year after finishing college and in my new unit as such. And I was just like done with the army.
And so then, to get out, they're like, okay, you can leave. You need. Is it 12 months notice?
No. It depends on what you're doing. So because I went into a specialised unit.
What was the specialised unit?
Ordnance is what it's called. So it's like.
So you're fucking.
Yeah.
Were you always in ordnance?
No. That's the way you had to do the course to get to that. Now, I never did anything fucking cool. I lit something on fire in the microwave once by accident. That was about.
You were the guy like, yeah, you can fire now.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is a cool role. It's a cool job.
The war is that way.
But it is a cool role. It's a cool job. But it's a lot of realization that I was like, look, I'm lucky to be here and getting here, but I'm also like, this isn't what I wanted to begin with. And I did it to try and get on a better path And now I just kind of felt stuck. And then I just saw the way.
You really used it to your advantage.
Yeah, tried my best, brother. Tried my best.
And no, I hear, dude, not tried your best. I think you fucking knocked it out of the fucking park.
Man.
Because you got the degree and you're like, cool, this has now served me as much as it's going to serve me. Yeah. Now it's time for something new. So when you tell them I want to leave, you're like, hey, I want to leave in 12 months. Is that kind of the...
Kind of depends. You gotta, like, there's a whole rigmarole around this
leaving.
Do
you have to pay them?
Well, you gotta pay them back, lad. And I'll tell you one thing.
Are you still paying them now?
Oh yeah, bro. They don't want you to leave, lad. You know, so I had to get a solicitor to leave. There was...
What?
Ah, man, I'd murder with them. Look, there's no love lost between me and the Defence Forces.
Wait, so go on, can I go? What?
Yeah,
so, okay, so what happens? So talk me through what happens when you say, hey, I want to leave.
Yeah, I want to leave. Also, I have to caveat it in saying that there's no love lost between me and the Defence Forces as an organisation. But look, all the guys and stuff I worked with, like in my unit that I was beside, still some great friends, man. I love them. To be honest, I miss the camaraderie of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But the system in itself, man, when I was trying to leave, they were basically like, no, you're fucking not leaving. Like, you gotta remember, man, the army doesn't have HR. Like, there's no one, like, things are ran very differently than in the real world. And I was like, look, I'm leaving. They're like, it's gonna cost you a fortune. I was like, I don't fucking care. I'll give it to you. Do you know what I mean? I'll put myself in debt. I want out. And this is a big thing. Like we talked about earlier, taking a jump in art and stuff.
Dude, this is one hell of a fucking jump.
But this is not even for art, this is just for the rest of my life, do you know what I mean? I'm about to hit 10 years in the army. I was like, if I stay here 10 years, man, I'm probably not gonna fucking leave. Like, I'm
too used to it.
Too used to it, man. You get very institutionalised.
Here, I'll go. Yeah, go, man. It doesn't fucking matter.
I just wanted to change. And again, the higher ups, the powers that be, were just kind of like, he's not going anywhere, right? So I'm spending months back and forth trying to get me price to leave. They wouldn't give it to me.
Well, like, it's an actual negotiation. How much do you want for me to leave?
Yeah. They have a set price for, like, what college cost them, your salary, all this.
Can I ask?
I'll tell you this now, I'd give them 40 grand to live. That's the guy, and I'm not the only one.
College is what? Oh, it's 6 grand a year?
Yeah, 3 grand a year, lad.
3 grand a year if you're Irish. 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 grand. And yours was only 3 years, right?
They want 40.
Is that for them? Like, that's just to punish you for leaving?
That's pretty much what it is. And it's usually used to scare people off. Now look, I'm not the only one who's had to do it. There are plenty of people who've had to do it. And if you want to read up more on it, if you Google this, you'll see all the articles in the papers that were around it. So there's been a lot of people who've had to buy out and
I guess they're trying to, I suppose they're trying to, like, look, we don't want you joining willy-nilly, we don't want you leaving willy-nilly. But it's still 40 grand.
Yeah, lad. Look, I knew it was extortion, and look, I went to solicitors, we looked at the contract, and gee, like, you're paying, and again, you're paying all this yourself, man. Pay 600 quid.
How much are you being paid by them at this point?
Oh, I think the salary, like, say, like, I'm fully qualified now, I've done college, I've done all this shit. I think it's like 45, 50 grand, I want to say, in around.
So, were you living at home?
I was renting at the time because I studied in Carlow.
Oh, right, okay. Because if you lived at home, you're like, okay, could I just save 1 month or 1 year of their salary almost?
Yeah, it's
save up for 18 months. Yeah. Like they're paying you to buy you out of them.
Yeah, it is. Look, there's lots of ways you could go about it, and Jesus, like if anyone from the army is listening, they've probably heard all the rumours of other people leaving, and like you've heard people going AWOL and all this stuff. It's not true, man. I chased down all these leads of guys who'd left beforehand. And kind of heard.
I feel like I've stumbled upon something that you're like is very much it's a whole topic of conversation within this world. And I'm like, wait, what? So who and where? And and you're like trying to dance through this thing, and I'm like, well, what is this?
Stop me. But saying anything that's like fucking army-esque terms or and just stop me. And
it's fascinating. This is fascinating. So
that's the reality of it, man. And that for me was like a big nail in the coffin. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of this.
So who eventually got down? So your solicitor to come in and be like, this is happening, because surely in modern Irish life, look, you can struggle with him leaving. You are not allowed to keep someone in the army if they so wish. Like that's got to be a violation.
Listen, so you're under martial law in there, but your civil rights are above all, right? But they're not going to play that ball. Do you know what I mean? So through the long and the short of it, they wouldn't give me the price. Fighting them on a price.
Because if they give you the price, you go like, cool, I'll pay that, let's go.
Yeah.
So on some level, like, just don't tell them how much.
Yeah, so this is it, keep you in the dark. And I was like, look, pressuring them, because I'd spoken to other people and what had happened to them. I was like, look, I have a new job coming up, I'm leaving here X day, I need the price, let's go, blah de blah. They're like, oh, if you do calculations and stuff, all this.
Do calculations. Do it now! Do it right now!
I have a calculator here, but it's
I'll take days to work it out.
Yeah. Civil service, lad. But anyway, you come back with a price, I'm like, cool, I'll pay you. And they were like...
Did that throw them for a loop?
Threw them for a loop. Do you know what I mean? They're like, right, we have to get all these documents signed. They're like, what date?
God, they're just fucking
They're like,
cunts.
what date? Now, this is, again, and as well, man, this is the other thing, like, they box 30, you have to box 30, right? So people can take from this what they want. But they're like, what date you starting your job? Now, we'll just say I told them September 1st. I gave them, I think it was 2 months. Right? They were like, that's no bother, Paddy. You'll be ready to go in 2 months' time. I was like, sweet. Came to the 2 months' time. They're like, your paperwork's not signed. You're not going anywhere. They're like, if you show up to that job, you're AWOL and we're going to have you arrested. I was like, that's grand, because I actually don't have a new job anyway, so I've nothing to lose, and I'm actually not coming back to work. And here's a solicitor's injunction, and if you have a problem with it, you can speak to me solicitor, because you're breaching me civil rights.
Oh, Paddy, you fucking legend.
Well, lad, this is how bad they are.
You
like,
fucking legend. Because the solicitor knew, he's like, this is what's going to happen.
This is what's going to happen, right?
They're not going to do it in time.
And they're
going to threaten you with AWOL. So absent without leave is what, you leaving without your papers signed?
Permission, yeah. Or not even, just not turning up to work for a couple of days. You're absent without leave. You know?
And what is the repercussions if that happened? Let's say you didn't have the solicitor's letter. Just let's say hypothetically.
Realistically, if say I did a runner, no solicitor's letter, just told me I wasn't coming back, like they'd arrest you, man, and they could lock you up. Do you know what I mean?
And would they lock you up?
Depends, man. There's a prison in the army. I don't know how to talk about any of this, but I actually don't give a fuck. There's a prison in the army. It's called the Digger. It's in the Curragh. Now you're only going to go there if you did something heinous, like fucking treason or killed another soldier or maybe assaulted a lovely officer. You know.
Is there people in this prison?
Yeah, but yeah.
How many people are in that prison?
I don't know. There is definitely, if he's still there, there's one. Your man who was smuggling cocaine. He was in the Navy in Cork and he was helping the boys get the ships through the naval thing. But what can happen is you can serve 2 years in that army prison maximum before you're tried in civil court.
All right.
Now,
so
I'm not saying that's what would have happened to me.
So they're like 1 year and 11 months. All right, time. You know what? You served your penance. God
no,
almighty.
I'm not saying that's what would have happened to me.
Because there is military police.
Yeah.
I just didn't realise, I guess, because the Irish army, from an outsider's perspective, it's quite a dainty army. Like,
yeah.
small.
In the comparison, they're like, what's the most dangerous thing you did? I was like, I put sandbags out when it was raining, you know. Now, the lads do great work abroad and everything else, but that's...
Dainty's probably the wrong word.
We're a little bit dainty, let's be honest. No. Compared to... It's just the kind of the Irish thing. Like, the Irish just take the piss out of the army the whole time. There's a whole history behind that.
They would send the Gardaí to arrest you, but the Gardaí would bring you back to the army. The army would put you in their prison.
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that's what would have happened to me.
But it's a possibility.
But what I reckon, and from having talked to previous people who have left who had been in this predicament, and again, all this is squashed down. Like, this has happened to so many people. Yet,
so this is their fear mongering to get
that's
you.
That's exactly what it is.
Because they'd probably put you in there as a little fucking warning to anyone else wanting to go.
Now, I'll tell you one thing, lad. If I was an officer, they would have just let me walk. Like, do you know what I mean? They would have just taken the money, because there is a power dynamic there. You know what I mean? We're the little pawns. You're the little slaves, and you do what you're fucking told.
There's a guy. I don't know him personally, but so my dad has trucks, right?
Yeah.
And there's a guy who works on the weighbridge, one of the weighbridges in Cork, and his son joined the army.
Yeah.
And he joined like you did, not as a cadet, but and he works up. He became a sniper.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons he left, like, fascinating story. Like, anytime Dad talks about him, I'm like, this guy's lived one hell of a life. Like, he left and he became an accountant.
Yeah.
And his problem was, he's like, I'll never be able to join that other side of the fence.
Well, that's it, man. It's really rooted. Like, there's a lot of history to it, in a sense. And I could be speaking out of school, like, do you know what I mean? But the Defence Forces came from the Free State Army. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was already a separation there between, like, the officers and the general enlistments. Do you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So
of course, those who fought in the war were the cadets.
Yeah.
The general enlistments are like, sure, everyone's signing up now that it's one. Like,
yeah,
okay.
you know what I mean.
And they never quite changed it over.
Yeah, and they still adapted the British model. Look, some people would say a bit of British sympathising within the way the organisation was ran, but we still hold that old school thing that a lot of armies don't have. You know what I mean? Like, here's just such an army example.
Does the American army have that two sort of system thing to go in?
They do, but you can go up the ranks as an officer. Now I have to, and again, these people aren't stupid, so I will.
NCO, he's getting what's the name of the fucking World War II HBO Band of Brothers? He's in a Battlefield Commission.
Yeah.
Is that essentially being swapped onto the other side?
Not really, no, I don't think so. But I was going to say, I have to caveat it again, saying like these people aren't stupid, they know what they're doing. So there is a way you can go from general enlistment to an officer, right?
Yeah.
But they have little snide ways of, they know who you are, and you would refer to someone who did that as black boots, right? Because everyone that comes in as a cadet, in your number one dress, you wear brown. You wear a brown belt, brown boots, all that stuff. If you're an officer going from general enlistment to cadet, and it was like that when I was there, maybe they changed it, he would wear black boots so that everybody knew where he came from. And the problem with that is then it's seen from a general enlistment side, right, you abandoned your own because you think you're better than us.
And from the other side, you're a no man's land.
You're a no man's land. And your promotion is also capped. You can't get further than a lieutenant colonel. So you could never reach a brigade level who gets to speak on actual like DFRs, like that's basically the law, like the Defence Force regulations. So all this stuff is very nitty gritty, and again you have to be chosen by the officers to go on your potential officers course. Obviously they're only going to pick fucking weasels. They're not going to be like, oh, here's a guy who wants to fight for his own and came from the dirt. We're not going to have him in here. We don't like that.
How is that? How the fuck is that good for comradeship?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not, you know, but it's like...
Does every army have a similar setup?
I don't know of many that still hold that very strict fucking hierarchy separation, you know what I mean? I think, as far as I know, like our Defence Forces has it, India has it, and that's really
all the remnants of the British Empire places.
Yeah, but if you even look at the British Army, right, and they obviously have the Royal Irish within that, like they don't have that model, you know? You can go in as a private and you can work your way up like corporal, sergeant. You could then go for your potential officer's course.
More fair in the British Army than
it's wild. It's fucking wild.
The irony of that.
Then you
is
can
just
become
insane.
You become a lieutenant, but there's no stigma around it from other people, and there's no like, well, we'll alienate him type of thing. You know?
So you, what age were you when you got out of the army then?
I would have been 29.
29 is when you like. And how long after that solicitor's letter did you get your papers signed?
So what happened is I put that. Sorry, I think, did I even finish that story?
So you gave them the solicitor letter?
They got the solicitor letter. I was like, look, I'm not coming back to work, blah, 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 breach of civil rights, talk to the solicitor. The solicitor was great. He's saying, listen, they're going to come at you with a hellfire, but they haven't got a fucking leg to stand on. He's like, if I hope they do, because we can take them to court, we can get loads of money out of them, because solicitors love money, you know? So they tried contacting me again, and I was like, fuck off, basically. I was like, go and talk to... I was like...
This was a whole fucking thing.
I was like, and I was trying to fucking level with them. And it's not even the officers, because they're... Fuck, your man, Coward, wouldn't even ring me himself. Do you know what I mean? He's getting the lads who I would have worked with ring me. I'm like, tell that fucking idiot, like, this will go to court. Like, they're out of bounds. So then the second injunction went in. I told sister, he put a second injunction in.
Second injunction against you?
Against the Defence Force to breach of civil rights.
Right.
And that one, then the legal team actually read it. It actually hit them. They're like, we've been hit with 2 injunctions. Like, this fucker could take us to court. They're like, get him.
And we'd have to pay him.
Like, who's the fucking idiot who let this happen? And then obviously, like, I'd say a shitstorm happened in the office. And then I got a text being like, come in now, all this AWOL stuff is dropped. Like, just give us the check, you're done. Went in, boom. But the other horrible part of it is, man, is like the big being ostracised in there. There was no good boy, thank you for your sir. I went in, the officer who was in charge had gone on 2 weeks sick leave. I'd say he was fucking sick as a dog after it. Like everyone in the office, like a couple of people who would have been pals with, like shaking the hands, like, sorry, what happened to you and all, like dog shit. And yeah, that was it. Money in there, check, see you later, that's it, good luck.
Wait, and so did you have to write in with a check for that amount?
Yeah, you get the fucking post office thing or whatever it is. And,
the post office thing?
Yeah, it's like, it's a post office check, I think.
So like, so what, you just went to the bank, but like, I have a check for this amount? No, wait.
No, what did I do?
Like, did you have that money in the...
No, I had to transfer, it was a bank transfer.
You had the money?
Had the money.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
So
when you think post office, I was like, what, did you get like a loan to the post office? You know, the post office check that we all receive. I'm like, there's a
went in, signed the paperwork anyway, that was it.
And like, so when you signed the paperwork, like that day, that moment, you're out?
Yeah, done. Clean break.
And what age were you then?
Yeah, it would have been like 29, just gone 29. Yeah.
Comedy started within 6 months or a year.
Yeah, that was it then, you know.
Holy shit!
That in between it.
And how much of that? So that was your savings that they just demolished.
Dude, I'd take a loan out, man. I'd basically like pay a mortgage to pay that back. Do you know what I mean?
So where are you living now? Are you living at home now? Or?
I'm renting still in Ballymun at the minute. Have a hook up with a room there. So look, renting's dog shit, but I'm lucky at the minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until, look, hopefully, I try not to talk about the housing crisis, but I talk about it every day. Until I can eventually try to get a mortgage or something. But yeah, that's what happened out of the army then, and I've been doing comedy I'd start like dip the toe. I'd done the acting stuff while I was still in the army, you know, but just dipped the toe in the comedy, and yeah, just started my new life, you know.
Fuck me.
Yeah. But look, again, the Defence Force is up and it's down. Look, I left with a bad taste in my mouth, but it was only to the organisation itself. Like, I did have some great times. I worked with some great people in there, you know.
You were saying everyone who works for them is a cunt. That's
the absolute bastards, Paddy. That's
everyone,
what he
especially
said.
The guys that you knew personally.
That I knew personally and hung around, they're all fucking wankers now.
No, but it's such an interesting fucking experience. Oh,
yeah, it can be tough, man. It's again, it's a different type of workplace, lad. There's no HR. There's no, I don't want to do that. Like, you do what you're fucking told. Like,
yeah. Jesus Christ. So. Okay, I'll start heading back towards yours now, because I've been just driving around anywhere.
Sorry, I just have you driving.
No, but I'm fascinated, and maybe we could just. I told my missus I'd be back by midday.
No, you're good, man. Don't let me hold you up too.
No, but I'm like I'm enjoying this, like, so like actually I always enjoy when I do this show, to be honest. But okay, so then that hour 20, like, would you not put on that show again at some point in the next 2 years, or like keep trying to make that show better? Put it on, record it, release, even if it's just 30 minutes on YouTube, cannibalize those clips for Instagram, and then that would then form your audience for the next show. Right?
Yeah, it's a great idea, man. I want to tour.
Take a left here.
Okay. Yeah. I want to tour it in 2026. Like I said, like the Fringes, try to do some Dublin shows, reaching out across Europe to try and get places there. And just kind of get the ball moving and stuff on it, and then do like another like Dublin show next year, maybe after the Fringe again. Yeah, that'd be the plan. I don't know. Like, what do you think about the whole people putting their shows up on YouTube? Like, I just think like people, like some guys have like shot their special and they put it on YouTube after the year they're doing it, and it's great, right? But I just feel from like, man, you put so much work into that. I think you should get like 2 years out of touring it, you know. And I understand that's to help launch some people to get the followers to sell tickets, but I'm like, man, that show, I just think, and again, not that I don't know him or anything, but I just love the show. Like, Mike Rice's nasty character, man. I was like, I would have fucking gone to see that again, man. Do you know what I mean? And like, he put it up on YouTube and probably did like amazing stuff for him, but I would have loved if you could do more time with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like,
you're like, it took so long to and that's the one thing I mean people in comedy realise it, but the general public,
it's all just become consumption, man. Do you know what I mean?
There's no value in the show anymore, almost.
And it's like they want people like a new hour every year. I'm like, man, that's an insane amount of work, and it doesn't even mean that's going to be that good either, because you need to live some life as well to get it. Like Eddie Murphy, dude, only had 2 comedy specials, and he's like, I know he's like the fucking one of the godfather to people, but at the time people like, these specials are amazing. And straight again, the specials are amazing, you know.
I mean, like Louis C.K. is I don't know if like what he sells them on his website, which definitely adds a prestige to his special. I do think, I guess for me, like, I'm trying to build like Best Man was a success in my eyes for myself and Mikey, and like it got adapted into a screenplay that's been optioned by 2 American producers.
Unreal,
so
man.
It still has a life, and maybe we'll even bring it back to the Fringe. The one thing about Best Man, when you write a show like that, you can keep touring it. That's the one thing you're like, you know, but I'm trying to build the stand-up hour, because I'm like, I want to build a stand-up hour that I'm really, really proud of. So I do feel you, but there's a part of me that's like, kind of maybe just accepted that I'll release the first 30 minutes of my stand-up stuff as the sacrificial lamb, hopefully, to the rest of my career. And maybe after that I'll be like, no, you can pay $2 somewhere, or €2.
I know what you mean. And it's not like, again, I don't mean it as in like a money thing. I'm just like, to give the show fucking legs, man, because let it have
breathe,
its time,
let it have its turn.
Try and take it everywhere, tour it. Like,
the money thing wouldn't necessarily be to make money, but to give it a sense of value.
Yeah, to give it a sense of value.
Because it's on YouTube, I'm like, I understand the desire for it, but I'm like, oh fuck it, even if you're only charging €2, oh come on, give me like,
and, like
pay
the work
something
that goes into it, like to having an hour show is fucking so, let alone one that's good, man. They're so fucking hard, like takes so much time to get together and do, and like the process, you know, and to throw it up on YouTube for free into the ether, you know, and it like instantly, like anything it instantly devalues it then, you know, and you're gonna go right at this second set of lights, please, man.
So well, I don't know, I think because like
it's just, to me, it's just like people constantly consuming like the next. Can we not just enjoy?
Take it right here.
And right here, please. Yeah. Can we not just enjoy the fucking thing, man? You know.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's one downside of the social media aspect of it.
I think you're right. Like, I mean, I think you're right, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think like I don't know what the answer is.
I think that's how I feel, but that's not the reality anymore. If you want to push up, you want to like keep growing.
If a new Louis C.K. Sorry, I use Louis C.K. because to me, how he delivers comedy is just. I'm like, I have never experienced it like that before. I was just like, but if a new Louis C.K. showed up, and if he wasn't active on social media, how would you hear about it?
Well, that is it as well. That's the fucking truth. I want me cake and eat it at that like, point is out, you know. It's true.
I like the mechanisms that used to give previous comedians opportunities, like Late Night in America or whatever.
Right here.
Like, they do exist, they just have no value.
They're fucking dying.
They're dying. And so that's where that hour up on YouTube, I guess, for most, and like
go left and follow the road around.
I think what I try and do is watch, like, to me, Shane Gillis, because I love Shane Gillis. Yeah. And if Shane Gillis is doing it, I'm like, okay, so he's pretty much the biggest comedian on the planet. Yeah. If he's doing it, it must make sense.
Yeah. Like, it's the way things are turning, the turn of the fucking tide. Like.
Yeah. So the moment Gillis stops putting them on YouTube, but Gillis could stop now because people would pay. Yeah. But like, so maybe that's the thing. 2 up on YouTube, the rest you don't. Like, whatever it is.
I like that. Like the huge famous names, if they are putting these things up on YouTube, it's also, to me, it just shows there's obviously some clear corruption going on in the sense of trying to get your specials out somewhere, having a platform to do it, that these people who are like selling out stadiums now have to throw these up on YouTube for free.
Why isn't Gillis on Netflix?
Yeah, you know, stuff like that. And there's plenty of people
I wonder,
like them.
I wonder if the answer to that is more to do with the ownership of the material. Yeah. Like that.
What's
Gillis,
the cut of, like, you could give it to this production company, they're like, yeah, you get 5%.
Yeah.
You know.
And while on YouTube, you're like, yeah, maybe a lot less, but it's all going into your pocket.
Yeah. And you can, we'd try out anywhere here, park anywhere here again.
And as well, I wonder as well, if it's up on YouTube, maybe Gillis as well can cannibalize it for Instagram as much as you want. Like, there's probably all those things where by the end of it, you're like, you know what? Even though I think, I could park.
You park over there, yeah.
Even though I think if you got offered the opportunity to do a Netflix one, you'd be like, well, let's do it so that we have it done. So it's on the CV, you know what I mean? You're like, okay, because then after that you can release on YouTube. Everyone's like, well, he's a Netflix comedian.
Yeah, he's got the big N on his name.
Well, thank you so much.
Dude,
this was so much fun.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Sorry we nearly froze to death together in the fucking Irish Sea. But it was good.
Yeah.
It was class.
I took this off before let me put it back up for a second. Like, what is it? Like, it's almost like get the fuck out.
I don't know how to do endings, man. That's my thing. Do you have a special sign out for that?
Hold on, I have been asking people, how did you find this? How did you find...
I loved it, man. Without rambling on too much. Obviously, very nervous when you stick a camera in my face. Like. But once I got in and started chanting, and obviously we know each other before this, just easy. Just kind of forgot about the cameras for a while.
Nice.
Just a nice, handy chat of everything, personal, life, comedy. I really fucking enjoyed it. I'd love to do it again.
No, please do. What'd be nice is, I'd love to catch you maybe in like 2 or 3 years' time when you're doing a tour, we'll bring a camera and we'll like get out of the couch. We're like, okay, let's join.
Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
It's almost like we could check in with you every couple of years. Like, fucking hell.
And then we could get in the sea.
Again. No. Jesus Christ. Even though I do feel great now.
Yeah, I feel great now. Feel great now.
But Paddy, genuinely, this was an
you are
absolute
a
pleasure.
gentleman and a
Thank you so
scholar.
much.
I had a ball. Thanks
Me
so
too.
much, man.
And I'll see you around the scene.
See you around.